What's up, y'all? Let me get some coffee. I'll be right there. Alright, what's up, everybody? Let's get this thing started. Frog Killer, Morrissey, Amani, Robert Thaden's here. What's up, everybody? Yeah, I don't stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I'm going to be streaming more on Twitch just because of the massive amount of hours that I'm putting in here right now. So there will be more Twitch streams than YouTube streams. I don't want to spam people's notifications constantly. You know. Anyway, let's do it, y'all. Today, we're going to be taking a look at an awesome build that Chief posted over on the DD2 Builds website. There's a link to that down in the description below, and it's really, really a good build. Now, why Royal Gardens, you might ask? Well, in theory, the higher difficulty you go, the greater chance you have of finding high-end loot, right? Well, these last two maps definitely have some issues in the final waves. There's some memory leaks, there's a lot of stuck mobs, there's random issues in the final waves. So, Royal Gardens is a map that runs pretty darn smooth and has no memory leaks. So Royal Gardens is the place to be as far as just grinding massive amounts of armor and weapons. Now remember, weapons are per act, and this is Act 3 map, so I'll be getting Act 3 weapons here in Royal Gardens. I'm sure there's probably weapons that drop everywhere as well. What's going on there, Agent Phil? Shiv, what's up? I've made it to 24, Shiv. I still haven't cleared it. Well, I haven't cleared it legit. I cleared it with a little cheddar cheesery with a friend when the cats were OP. But I haven't cleared it solo legit yet. Every time I think I'm onto something, I end up derping like on wave 18 or something and losing. And it takes so long to get there, you know? You tried Chief's build and you had issues with the Dark Elf Warriors? Well, this is going to be my first time trying it, so we'll see how it goes here with my stats. Taking a look through all my homies. My Waller here is actually going to be over... I know, can't get him over 500 yet. Probably actually could if I equipped all the proper pets and whatnot. I'm not going to worry about it, though. Then we've got... I'm not going to be using any traps on this one. The Apprentice is going to be the main builder. 507 power, 228 range, 442 rate at the moment. And then we're going to have some monkage going on for ensnare auras, or pardon me, for strength drain auras. So mainly my concern was fortify and range, and I feel like they're in a pretty good place right now. You completed it last night? Very nice. You should post your build up on that DDA Planner, Shiv. Alright, let's just do it. Let's do it! Anyway, the build I'm using, like I said, it was posted up by Chief, and there is a link down in the description. That's the build I'm going to try here. Well, I mean, the thing is did you get any badass armor in the final wave is really the thing. The rarity the way the rarity works, similar to DD1, it's all about those final 2 waves. The giraffe, it's all about the collection, man. You got to get them colors. Got to get all your colors. It's a pretty cool thing. I mean, it's something that DD1 used heavily and DD2 really missed out on, is having an online planner like that. And for somebody like me, that is just awesome, because I can check out just tons and tons of different builds and, you know, feature the person who went through the effort to put it together. So, I mean, that's just a super cool thing, I think. Because the grind is real, y'all. The grind is real. And we haven't even gotten to the real grind yet. The real grind will come with Massacre Mode. But, you know, we're going to have to do these maps a bazillion times. So, whatever you're doing with them, make sure you're enjoying your experience, you know. Doing the same thing every time is efficient. But, God, it makes it feel so much grindier. It didn't get placed, huh? Hard to see the outline of the auras to place them on this map with all the greenery. Yeah, it's awesome. It's all ice, man. I'm telling you, ice is not actually human. He's a robot, for sure. The dude works like you would not believe. I mean, he already puts in 1 million hours at Chromatic, and he does so many other things. But yeah, this is ice. Ice in action. The ultimate Dungeon Defender's workhorse. Alright, so let's just collect up some mana here. You've been using Darkness Traps a lot? Darkness Traps are awesome, no doubt. I've been using Strength Drains quite often because things are just making it to my walls, you know. I'm not there yet. Like, I haven't found I found a lot of good rocks now, but I haven't found any really awesome rocks. Well, I don't know if it's actually official through Chromatic or that Ice is doing it on his own. I don't know which one there, but I know that Ice is putting in a lot of work when he can, outside of his just usual job. Ice does all the things. I've had a lot of problems with Darkness Traps leaking radioactive. Now, this build isn't my build. I've been using a ton of gas traps, and I love the gas traps. Let's see. Do we have enough to start? Let's just go one more wave. I'll just burn them down, and then I'll get all the apprentice defenses down. But yeah, I'm loving gas traps. I mean, I loved gas traps in DD1. I think right now it's a matter of there's so many effective things that there's just lots of options. It's not must-use build A, you know. There's just tons and tons of ways that you can build successfully and clear the content. This is a playlist that I generated from TechnoAxe, Kenner. TechnoAxe is a YouTube channel that it's a musician that does royalty-free music, and he makes things super easy for a content creator like myself to use his music without having to worry about any legal issues. And he's got the most ridiculous selection. He's got so much music. Yeah, she got her new Xbox. She's all stoked. Hell yeah. The wife's, you know, my Xbox, everybody knows, I think. My wife plays it and uses it a lot more than I do. And about a month ago, the Xbox burned out. The GPU in it was fried. And, she got her a new Xbox last night. So awesome. Yeah, she's forgiven me for the second pizza. All right. Let's see. Was this? Yeah, this was a Flame Burst Magic Missile lane. Both of the outside lanes were actually. So this is 1-for-1 Chiefs build. The link's down in the description if anybody wants to check it out. Doing his exact setup here. Well, I'm trying to anyway. It might not be exact, but it's going to be close. Let's see. Oops. And then what else did we have? I'm missing some DSTs, I believe. Yeah. Do I have enough to finish the build? I think I do. Alright, then we got a DST up top here. And then we got 2 Flame Bursts down here, and I'm missing something. I don't know what I'm missing, but I'm missing something. I'll have to look at it here. I'm missing 2 Flame Bursts, I believe. What am I missing? Or no, he had 2 Flame Bursts here. No, he didn't. He had 2 DST. Oh, I didn't get my second DST down. Derp, derp. I tried to place it. It didn't work out. There we go. We got 2 DU left over. So let's see how this bad boy holds up here. The cats are going to be a very small difference between good and bad right now. Even a bad cat is a good cat. What a cat is supposed to do in DDA is it's going to give you like double damage. You're going to be about that double damage mark. I haven't been using a ton of cheese. I cheesed Summit the first time with a friend, but I haven't used a whole lot of cheese yet. Console release for DDA will be in the third quarter of 2020 on Xbox and PlayStation. Switch is supposed to go in the second quarter. The stream has dislikes because it's not Dungeon Defenders 2. So the people that are hatey about DDA and are insistent that I only play DD2 insta-dislike everything. If you look since DDA launched, I've got more dislikes than I had previously. I mean, I don't care either way. You know, as far as the YouTube algorithm goes, any rating is good, whether it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. No, it won't say 2x. The power modifier will be like 1.15, 1.5. Well, the hardest difficulties, so the final few waves of Summit Insane Mode Survival. The problem is that map has issues running. You know? The pet power stat is the buff, his buff. It's the power level of the buff that the cat itself is giving. 8k DPS is pretty low, listen. if you're talking about your hero. My chat just disconnected. How weird. Let me refresh it. YouTube's doing maintenance or something. That's so weird. My chat just came up with the warning and said chat disconnected. Yeah, that's why I'm doing this one, gaming, is because the no memory leaks. You increase the range with the defense range stat. I think whichever one you enjoy playing the most. It's gear-based. So, I mean, you can make any of the heroes good. You just have to get the gear. I plan to. Gaming, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if I make it. We will find out. I mean, I intend to go all the way to 25 on this stream. It's actually perfect timing for a YouTube stream. YouTube likes the processing time of streams that are about the 2-hour mark. Feels like my mouse sensitivity went up again. Still pretty low as far as the camera sensitivity. Yeah, 8K DPS is insanely low, Loston. I mean, are you talking about damage in each shot, or are you talking about DPS? DPS is damage per second. I mean, some people call it damage per shot, I think, but the other 99% of the world, DPS is damage per second. Because, I mean, I'm doing over 100,000 damage per second on my builder. On this guy right here is over 100k. Oh, okay, one shot is 8k. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, DPS, though, when you use that term, the majority of people are accepting that as damage per second, not per shot. So it was a little confusing there. It's 50-50, Kitchen. It's a new story and a new game, but there is 50% of the maps are from DD1. So there will be some old and some new. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to get a monk leveling up. Get a little of that free XP. What do I hope to see in the upcoming updates? Better performance, more complete features, more content. I mean, we know there's so many things that are work in progress still. The UI, the inventory system, I mean, hell, the HUD's probably a work in progress. I'm sure they're going to art it up a little bit more. All that stuff, you know, I'm anxious to see all that stuff. But in addition to that, we know we still have 2 more difficulties coming. Nightmare and Massacre mode, plus challenge modes, plus pure strategy mode. So, I mean, there's still a lot to come. You haven't seen any gear. I haven't seen any gear with 45 levels, but it's going to be super rare. You got to remember, this is DD1's flavored loot system. So the best things in the game are ridiculously rare. Meaning like many runs just to see one. And then with my terrible RNG, when I see that one, it will have the wrong stats. I don't know what my highest up piece is. It's probably around the 37-38 range. I liked pure strategy myself as well. I thought it was really fun. I enjoy the tower defense aspect of the game. I mean, I like running around and pew-pewing, but for me, the tower defense is what draws me in. So pure strategies, it's a natural. I'm hoping, like in DD1, pure strategy was not a great place to go as far as loot goes. I'm hoping they balance it out a little bit, so you can still, you know, make it worthwhile to do it, because I do like the game mode. I think you're focused too much on your hero, Loston. Focus on your defenses and ignore the hero. You don't even need a damaging hero until the bosses arrive, and there's no bosses here yet. That's what I think. I mean, don't worry about the hero, you know? Literally. Ignore that it's even a thing other than just running around and having fun, because it's completely unnecessary without the bosses being there. Well, I mean, it's necessary to repair walls, but it doesn't matter what your DPS is, you can still repair and upgrade, you know? The character animations look much better in DD2s, I do agree. The maps themselves, I think, look way better in DDA. There's way more detail. DD2 is a beautiful game, don't get me wrong, and I do love the character animations and models, but what we have now, they've also said, is not final. In fact, I've been telling everybody that the character models wouldn't change, and JavaHawk, who's in charge of the entire studio, said, oh, that's not true at all, right on stream. So there will be changes, but you have to remember too what they're going for. I mean, they're going for the look and feel of DD1. So they want, you know, they want the game, the whole purpose of the game originally was to bring, you know, I should move this back. It's taking so many ogre snot balls. I'm just going to do it right now. Move it back to here, and maybe the front of that ramp will soak up some of it. Oops. Yeah, they're all giveaways. The winners are announced as soon as the giveaway ends. So it's on the giveaway video. See if that helps it out a little bit from taking so many shots. We'll have to see. I feel like I could probably use a little more health on my strength drains as fast as they're burning. Hoping to find some loot. I don't have any super high-end pieces yet. I've got some good stuff, but I don't have anything that's like, wow, look at that piece. I got nothing at all to show off. Well, I mean, you can't even say DD2 animations were better. You can say you like DD2 animations more, but I mean, there's nothing that makes DD2's animation specifically better other than just how they look. And I mean, right there, I like how DD2's animations look, not gonna lie. I love them, you know? It's the exact same XP scaling as DD1, so like if your goal right now is to get to level 100, which is the stream cap, I actually have 0 drop frames gaming, so maybe just refresh. So my connection is not lagging at all. If you're getting a frame drop on the stream, I would just maybe refresh it. Because everything on my end, from what I can see, looks fantastic. Absolutely, kitchen sink, no doubt about it. I mean, a true comparison would be apples to apples, so you'd have to compare DD1 when it was in beta and DD2 when it first hit early access. And in both of those comparisons, DDA looks pretty dang good, comparatively. But, I mean, some people just don't want to play it, and that's fine. You know, the other DD1 is a great game. DD2 is a great game. If you'd rather play those than DDA, play those games, you know? I mean, we all fell in love with those games for a reason. They're really good games. Well, I mean, with the current content we have, shy of pretty much every survival map, shy of maybe the last 3. I mean, if you get to 300 power, 200 range, and 200 rate on your damaging defenses, you're probably going to be able to clear every map except maybe the last 3 maps. Yeah, every update your default settings get changed. So you have to go in and do them every time. I'm going to, let me see something here real quick. I'm going to turn my numbers off. I was playing around with that number size slider to see where I want the number size. Tooltips on flame towers. You remember that's where they're at right now. But remember, I'm also playing on the same apprentice that built them, so they're actually doing 30% more damage. No, they have been telling us over and over again for an entire year, Allie, there's no more large content updates planned for DD2. They've said it at way back at the beginning. Oh crap, I lost those flame bursts right there. Dark Elf Warriors, put them down. I'm only using a strength drain on this build. This isn't, once again, this isn't my build. This is a build that Chief put up on the DD Planner. And he said it runs super smooth for him. I just have to get it down. This is the first time I tried it, so just got to get it down. Dark Elf Warriors are the real deal for everybody, no doubt. No, they said there's still going to be DD2 support, and there's still going to be DD2 cosmetics, but there's not going to be any more DD2 content or major changes. I mean, currently they have no updates at all planned for DD2. And they've been very forthcoming and said that, you know. Does that make DD2 any less of a game? Absolutely not. It's still a great game. But it's, you know, it's a different company. They're moving forward with a game that's completely theirs. You know, where DD2 was created by a mix of the original Dungeon Defenders developers and getting a lot of creative direction, or told what to do, so to speak, from an investment company. So a lot of the choices and design decisions in DD2 were based off of monetization that the investment company told them to put in. You have to remember that. Yeah, just like DD1, any character that builds his... If you play actively on the character that builds, you get a 30% damage bonus. Now, once you get a DPS hero dialed in, it's not really going to be worth, because your DPS hero is going to do so much. But currently, I don't have a DPS hero dialed in, so... Yeah, these are still just getting walloped. I almost feel like I'm going to look next wave and see which entrance they're coming from. Oh, no doubt, Bropra. Well, I mean, they've said that it's all placeholder stuff. I'm excited to see how they look, too. Hopefully they can art them all up and make them look nice, you know? I hope so, too, Robert. I hope we get lots of stuff. But on the same note, although there's DD2 maps I'd love to see, and there's DD1 maps I'd love to see, I want to see new maps, too, you know? I want to see stuff that we've never done before. Just as much as I want to see the old stuff that I knew and love, you know? Oh, yeah, yeah. The UI is a work in progress. The HUD is a work in progress. The character models are a work in progress. I mean, every aspect of the game, really, is still a work in progress. They're going to be making major changes. They've been working their ass off. I mean, the amount of updates they put out is just impressive so far. They've definitely been putting in the work. Alright, let me see. What's beating up on those? I'm curious if they're coming out of here or if they're coming from around the side somewhere. Now watch, when I'm looking, they're not going to jump on them. Is that how it works? Or okay, here we go. So they are coming from out of the side lane. Allie, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Well, I mean, I agree 100% on the DPS characters. You just don't need one right now. But on the same note, I do want to have one ready to go for when Nightmare comes. I'd like to have a true DPS character and a true tower boost character. Yeah, the giraffe on a treadmill is the Wave 25 pet on every map. It's not a super good pet that you're looking out for. It's a collectible. They're going to come in different colored giraffes that are all on different colored treadmills. So it's a matter of, that's like one of the collector, gotta get them all sort of things in the game, you know? Alright, Allie, have a good night. Well, it's not, the game is not all Summit survival, though, is the thing. As far as the standard gear grind, I mean, I personally have a hard time recommending anyone grinding Summit for gear, to be honest. This map, I mean, literally everyone is reporting that this map has no memory leaks. So this is the map you'd want to do. It's only 2 maps away from Summit. So the gear on Summit isn't going to be better. The gear is just going to be, you're going to have a slightly higher chance of getting something perfect. Or not perfect, but super high end. But you can get the same gear here on this map that you can on Summit. That, and until we get a little, well, like me personally, until I get a little bit stronger, I really have to pay attention on Summit myself. Promenade is the same way. Zeg, it gets really leaky at the end. Well, considering this game hasn't even been out a week yet, Hans, yeah, I still play DD2, but I'm not playing it anytime real soon. I want to get my time in on this game, you know? I haven't stopped playing DD2. It's just right now there is nothing for me to do in DD2, and this is a brand new game. So, you know, I mean, what more can you say? Nightmare Hardcore Survival Tinkers. Where is that guy at? He's stuck over there. I was at the right spot, I just didn't see him. There he is. I thought he was a statue. What up, homie? How you doing? I mean, that is by no means a great piece, but considering I'm on Wave 10, that's a pretty decent piece for Wave 10, you know? on any map. A lot of the folks, I'm actually going to do a video about it as soon as we get a little bit more numbers, like a full week of numbers. But, you know, a lot of DD2 players were very worried about, oh, does this mean DD2's died? And I assure you that is not the case. If you look at the actual... Now, all we can see is Steam, so all we can see is PC numbers. Xbox and PlayStation don't want to share those numbers with the world. Steam doesn't either, but companies can data mine them and get the info. But the DD2 and the DD1 numbers actually went up. There were more people playing DD1 and DD2 than there were the day before. Or like the week before DDA Early Access launch to the week after DDA Early Access launch. There's more overall players playing the other games. You gotta remember that a new game means visibility for the franchise. So people are gonna say, oh, well, that looks cool. Well, let me check out one of their older games, you know? So a lot of new players will be coming in to DD2 just as a result of DDA being a thing. Well, I mean, you can see it. A level, the numbers don't lie. Steam charts. Go to steamcharts.com and look. The numbers went up as soon as DDA started. Actually, the numbers went up as soon... The numbers have been going up for a few months now in DD2 and DD1, ever since the DDA beta. That was when the DDA beta happened. There was a huge spike in players at DD1 and DD2. In DD1, it was almost double. I trashed all mine. I don't want to collect the fail things. I want to collect the good things. I'll be grinding so much that I don't even care. I don't even care about if something from early access ends up being valuable. Yeah, that's true, Brian. A lot of DD1 collector codes or DD1 collection codes went out. More DD1 noobs means Bonnie gets richer. Probably so. Bonnie's actually, he's pretty generous too, though. Like, if you're playing a map with him and he sees that you've got like an obvious deficiency in your gear, he'll drop something every once in a while, you know. That, and I mean, just the DD1 community in general and that DDRNG server, they're constantly doing people giving out gear sets and stuff. How much range do my RS have? Let me look. I don't know the exact number. They are at 324 right now. I'm certain that it is, Gareth. I mean, that has to be a thing. That is the reason this match is not public right now. I would want you all to play with me, you know? And it's those progress resets are the reason that it's not a public match. It seems like this is the lane to DPS, actually. And 100% because of those Dark Elf Warriors. I've had a good day so far. Keep it. I'm just getting started, really. I still got I got the morning coffee going still. I woke up, made that performance and optimization video. I got it uploaded, brewed up some coffee, and here I am. Seems like it's running pretty smooth now. I've been DPSing those Dark Elf Warriors, of course. That's the only issue I've had, really. This is still taking damage, but not near as much, so I'm assuming a few of those shots are getting deflected now. Almost 11 p.m. soon. Well, check back when you wake up there, Kipo. That would be cool. No doubt. If we could... well, I mean, just more options. The more options, the merrier in the auto loot setup, you know? No matter how many options they put in, we always want more. And I think Chromatic probably expects that. You'd think every game developer would. No matter what a game... no matter what a developer puts into a game, we as players constantly want more and more. That's just the natural progression. That's a good sign. That's a good sign for the dev, you know? Oh yeah. I'll be streaming long hours this weekend. Thank you so much for subscribing there, Borg. Appreciate it. Well, EA has got their own world that they live in. We all know that. We all know about EA's universe, and it's a parallel universe to where the rest of us are at. It's such a shame, too, because they do have some good games. I really had fun in Battlefront 2. In Battlefront 2, it's just, at launch, it was just so obviously cash grabby, you know? And pay to win. Well, we're probably another 8 waves away from decent loot. I really enjoy the storylines in that Star Wars The Old Republic game. But every time I launch it, I feel dirty. You know? Not because that game is got those pay-to-win issues, but just because of EA. Yeah, it affects the reset time, Kim. All of Huntress traps will be affected by defense rate. Every one of them. Oh, and here come the bots. My last, in case you all are curious why I've been streaming over at Twitch more, besides just the Twitch integration, is YouTube is completely overrun on live streams with sex bots right now. That they copy paste what someone else said in a comment, and then, you know, they want you to go to their description and go to their links, which are probably all viruses, I would imagine, or something invasive. I assure you all, don't think that it's real porn. You will only be disappointed if you click those links. Oh my god, another one already. I'm gonna need to add on to the mods here on the YouTube channel, it looks like. Bot trap. Oh, is it? That's so funny. I didn't see about that new frame yet. I'm surprised they went that route. I mean, that's like not bad, you know? I mean, they can say it's a shout out to the game. Oh, looky here. Losing stuff and not even noticing. The derp is real. I think I'm going to have to just kick it over here, to be honest. Because those Dark Elf Warriors are coming around. I don't have enough power on these. Just having these two defenses here. I think Chief's setup, maybe he's a little bit stronger than I am. Right now I'm using an RX 580. I was using a 1070 and my 1070 burned out. And really? Yeah, you see, Twitch does a much better job at eliminating these things. Yeah, I actually have the 2DU. You're right. I feel like that's the right thing to do, to be honest. It's just super irritating to have to keep tabbing out, you know? Let me see. That magic missile is hitting for nothing. 7,216 DPS. Yeah, I think that's the move, really. I really do. Because the 2 DU difference, you know? I have a bunch of moderators, but none of them are on right now. I mean, need more, obviously. Electric R would be good. Hockey Player, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm a big fan of electric R's. You guys know that. I just love my R's, man. So, I mean, the thing I like about that DDA Planner tool, like I was mentioning, is I can play around with a lot of different builds. But when I start putting the builds up, you know, there's going to be some R stacks going on. That's just how I roll. That's just how it is. What's going on, Grimlock? How you doing? That's the, yeah, I mean, that's the, like, the go-to, you know? Every lane's got a Strength Drain, an Electric Aura, and an Ensnare. That's, I can see that in my future. I haven't put any on there yet, Theoden, but I've had literally zero time for anything. I've been trying to put out 2 edited videos a day, which just that alone is like probably 6 hours worth of work. And then I've been trying to stream for like 10 hours a day. So I've had literally no time at all for anything. And rage R's are great, Cam. You use what you want to use is the right answer. They're both good. So use whatever you like. The reason I like them so much is because I liked them in DD1, you know? Like, for me, the ideal Nightmare hardcore lane had a full aura stack, and what I mean by a full aura stack is strength drain, electric, and ensnare, and then a gas trap. In my mind, that is like was almost essential. Not in every lane, but that was an ideal lane. And then having your LTs or ballistas or whatever else you were using back behind all that. I mean, they're both effective. Use the one you like the most. It's not a game of better. It's a game of variety and selection, you know? How you doing, Mr. Soda? That would be good. I mean, the more mana clumping we can get, the better, right? I probably won't be playing any Stardew anytime too soon, Hans. I like the game, but, I mean, I just got a brand new toy that has a heavy grind associated with it, so, I mean, I'm going to be grinding massive DDA hours for a long time. Yeah, there's a 30% builder bonus, just like DD1, so every defense you build, if you play actively on that hero, you get a 30% damage bonus. I think he's in there. Again, same spot. Nope. Where the heck is he? He's in there somewhere. Did I just not see him? Oh, there he is. He was up top. You can right-click, Salty. It's not ideal. I mean, that's something they need to get into the game. That's massive, massive quality of life. Just being able to mouse over something and hit L, like in DD1. That's something they need to add in. But, right now, the quickest way is to just right-click everything. You just up that. Oh wow, we're at wave 14 already. I didn't even realize. We'll get our pet here in a moment. Exclamation time, Hans. I don't know. Let me see. It's coming up on 2 p.m. for me, so it's right in the middle of the day. I've already got the pet. It's just more about collecting now. I've got all the pets already. Strength Drain auras remove elemental immunity, Constantine. That's why Strength Drains are so popular. So yeah, the full selection is coming out. There's been poison. You know, that one's electric. Let's see what else we got. Oh, you just got the shift click, control click. You've been a clicky then, huh, Kim? The shift click and the control click for the win. I should do a quality of life video. 10 quality of life things you may not know about, or something along those lines. I didn't get a good rock. I've got several good rocks, but I have no great rocks. And that's, I mean, my apprentice is doing pretty good right now, for sure. But, oh my gosh, like a fantastic rock would take my apprentice way over the top. My PC I build, Ali, so I didn't buy it all at once. You know, for somebody like me, it's a lot easier financially to go component at a time. So, like, I'll upgrade a GPU 1 year, and then the next year I'll get a new motherboard and processor or whatever, and the next year I'll do something else. So, I mean, I've got quite a bit of money dumped into this computer, but it's over several motherboards. I mean, this case has had, what, 3 different motherboards in it, probably 4 or 5 different processors, probably 5 or 6 different GPUs. Oh, I've done 3 times that Coro, and I have the same results. I mean, I've got lots of them that are above 30 now, but I've got no great ones. I mean, I did more than 30 runs yesterday, and I've been doing that every day. It's just, you know, computers are expensive as hell. I mean, it's just easier. I mean, unless you're just rolling in the dough, you know, if you got money to spend, then you got money to spend. But for the rest of us, it's just easier to do component at a time and build it up, you know. There's some pretty good rocks out there. I saw another 200 stat rock yesterday. Sadly, wasn't mine, but they do exist. Now I hang out at this side, it goes to the other side. A little hidden, in case any of you all are curious, I normally have music going on live streams, but I have the in-game volume going as well. There's a rumor out there that I've heard from a couple different people now that setting your master audio to 0 gives you a slight performance increase. Now, they also said for potatoes, you know, like if you've got a bad PC, and I don't have a bad PC, so I don't think I'm really noticing a difference, to be honest. No, that's not the only way to get it, but that's the way to get the best ones, Bob. You know, you do campaign maps for, like in DD1, you do campaign maps or challenges for a specific item, like weapon or accessory or something like that. And then as far as just the armor grind and getting the right armor, you do high survival waves. And then for getting pets, pets are all specific to a particular map. So to get the pet you want, you just do that map. So it's targeted farming at its finest. But yeah, as far as high-end armor, 100%. Well, right now, high-end armor and weapons. But I'm assuming as we get challenge modes and stuff, we're going to get weapons that are better to farm in a challenge mode, maybe? I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what we get, you know? Yeah, I saw that. That's a little bit of hackery, though. I'm not going to mess with that stuff. I'm not going to risk damaging anything. I mean, my machine's overclocked now. But I'm not going to risk doing what that person said and damaging anything. But yeah, I mean, my machine is overclocked right now, and I don't see any difference, you know. All right, Lopal, have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy your rest. No, you have to go to the auto collect. Long shot. I did a tips and tricks video. I'm using a 7700K right now, kitchen sink. But anyway, in short, your loot filter is right here. Auto loot. So hit that button. Mine is not severely overclocked though. Like the 7700K, I don't remember what the base speed is, but it was fast enough on its own. And I've got it right now going as high as like 5.2. So I mean, I didn't like try to extreme. You gotta have money to throw away to do that stuff, you know? Or you gotta be willing to sacrifice something. Now obviously you do, you know, if you take the safest approaches to overclocking. Yeah, I'm water cooled. Indeed. I actually used to be refrigerated too, but that system burnt out. I got a friend that I went to college with that works at Intel, and they had some experimental coolers they were working on, and one of them was a water cooled, but it went into a little exterior refrigerated box, and it wasn't just the air cooling of the water with a fan blowing through the coils. It was an actual refrigerated box, and it worked like a mofo, but he said that the price on them was insanely expensive, and it didn't last. What's going on, Muffin? Yeah, I'll be on Twitch for the remainder of the day. I'm just doing this. YouTube likes its live streams to be 2 hours-ish to avoid any processing delays. So I'm going to do just this one survival map and then take a short break, and then I'll be over on Twitch for the remainder of the day. Yeah, it was cool though. He hasn't sent me nothing lately. Kind of a bummer. It's nice having friends working for those companies, you know? You get some of the R&D stuff to play around with. I haven't gotten anything from him in ages though. Oh, this thing had a little drain. It had a little tank on it you had to drain. It was pretty cool, really. But it had a little condensation collection tank. Nah, Twitch doesn't allow you to stream at the same time. I've actually tried it, because people do it and get away with it. But sadly, I wasn't able to get away with it. Last year I tried, or maybe it was even the year before that. It was whenever Twitch put their affiliate program in place. I did one live stream that was to both YouTube and Twitch. And like within 24 hours, I had a cease and desist email from Twitch saying I'm not allowed to do that. I actually have been debating on streaming to YouTube and Mixer at the same time. Now, DDA streams, it's going to have Twitch integration, making, you know, which of course is going to make me want to stream to Twitch more. But when I'm streaming on YouTube, I could stream to YouTube and Mixer at the same time. Well, it's a matter, I mean, they've always had it, but it's a matter of could you get away with it. Like right now, some of the bigger channels, every now and then you'll see them do it. I mean, they don't do it all the time. They're doing it for an event or whatever. And Twitch is not going to say anything to them. You know, I lost my... I wasn't paying attention over here. I wonder how many waves that's been gone for. Wasn't paying attention and lost my flame burst there. Crap, I never grabbed my pet. Let me go grab my pet. That's the cool thing too, if you forget your pet and you don't loot it. Actually, it auto-looted my pet now. That is the old system. So I've got the pet. There it is. Got that little fairy. I probably won't play any tanks. Not at the beginning anyway. You might get to a point where that healing from a fairy can really come in handy. I'm anxious to see how well the repair pet repairs too. Like, can you go with a stack of flame bursts and just stand on top of them in AFK and not worry about the ogre snot balls? Well, I mean, assuming as we get the higher difficulty, we'll get better pets too. Oh, it's going good so far. I did switch one thing. I'll show you here. I'm still having problems with it, but not as bad now. I changed, since there was 2 leftover DU. Hey, you gotta remember your apprentice is a little bit better decked than mine is. So I was having problems with Dark Elf Warriors on these towers, hitting these 2 towers that were coming out of this lane. So I used that extra 2 DU and got rid of that magic missile here and put in another flame burst instead. And it seems that's doing pretty well, but I have to pay attention to that flame burst there, and I'm not very good at paying attention. Everyone will have them a little different, Steel, because it's all about what stats you have on your gear. I'll show you here when we get to break. You know, if you have a lot of a certain stat on your gear, then you don't need to put as many points into it. Leafy, what's going on, man? Anxious to see if I get anything good out of this run. If you move the wall back around the corner here, yeah, that would work. I actually have enough range where I could pull it back now. I mean, I could just take the Strength Drain R and just pop it right here and it'd be fine, you know? All the heroes are really good. Traps, this is just this build. I've been using all 4 of them. I've been using lots of auras, lots of traps. Been using harpoons, using flame bursts. I've been trying to use everything. The only thing I haven't used yet is I haven't been overjoyed about the Bouncer Blockade or the Slice and Dice. So I haven't used the Bouncer Blockade or the Slice and Dice for anything more than just screwing around and testing things. Harpoons are awesome, Grimlot, no doubt. I mean, realistically, you would have to change the build around a little bit because the DU costs are different, but I mean, this would be a good harpoon map. Where are they at? Oh, he's in there. Or is he? Oh, there he is. He's hiding. Man, that dude is covert, dude. There's a reason you call him ninjas, because that dude is one stealthy mofo. He mad, too. He pissed off. He done got his foot stuck a little. Shelly Lynn, what's up? That's what gets me. You guys know I run and jump around too much. I mean, a smart player would not be running around the whole map jumping around. They'd be finding their area that needs attention and hanging out there while keeping an eye on the other areas. But using the words smart player and me in the same sentence are probably not the best thing, because I do prioritize fun over anything else. And I just want to jump around. I like it. You just gave me double jump on every hero, for God's sakes. I'm going to use it. Another habit from DD2. Yeah. You give me double jump, I am going to use it. It's just how it is. Well, I mean, look at where you failed, quick, and focus on that area. Like here, I'm taking a lot of wall damage here now. I'm not getting these mages killed quick enough. Now, a big part of that is the ogre. You know, as soon as the ogre's dead, then they'll clear out the pack, but... Yeah, well, farming fun, mainly, and some gear would be nice. I'm not going to complain if some badass gear drops, I assure you. Really, altogether, it's run really smooth, though. It's a good build. I'm anxious to play around with some more builds from the DD Planner. Well, I mean, RNG is cruel to us all, Seraphim. RNG knows what we want. Yeah, I lost 2 flames right here. I'm assuming Dark Elf Warriors. I haven't had any issue on this side, though, so I haven't been paying much attention to it. Hell yeah, Shelly. Here we go. Got those guys back. Oh, let me repair my damn aura. Quit hitting me. Quit hitting me. So I could just upgrade them. I think all the damaging defenses are probably up now. Start working on walls and maxing out the auras, I guess. That one's already maxed. Oh, you know what? I don't think I upgraded this stuff. Not all the way, anyway. There we go. It's up now. Nice, Leo. Congrats. That's a great starting map. I mean, first off, everybody's got to farm that map anyway, because that's where the rock comes from, you know? So that's the map to farm. But when you're just gearing up, like, one of the best things you can do, since you need to do that map anyway, is just complete it or push as high as you can. And the higher waves, of course, the better quality gear you're going to get. Well, no. Insane, we're not going to get any super hot loot. It's insane mode. I mean, compare that to, like, what we're doing right now is we're, you know, if you compare it to DD2, we're farming Chaos 5, you know? So you're just not going to find any super hot loot there. And if you're comparing it to DD1, we're farming the original, you know, insane mode of the game. And same thing there. It's just not where the super hot loot is going to come from. It's all about those higher difficulties. I'm stuck. Unstick. There we go. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the loot ranges that are here right now. I mean, with a big grind, you're going to be able to get extremely powerful compared to the content, you know? Well, that's a start. I mean, that draft is more of a collectible than a useful item. But if you're just getting going on the pet farm, that could very well be one of your better pets, you know? This is really going relatively smooth. I want to make sure everything is upped down here. Yeah, no doubt, Quick. No doubt at all. You know, a lot of players out there will grind through. They'll get a decent set of legendary gear. They'll get a couple of decent pets, and they'll call it good and wait for the update to come. And that's fine too. You know, whatever is fun for you. That's the main thing. Despite the issues, despite all the placeholder stuff like UI and, you know, despite not having the finalized hero animations and hero models in, despite all that, the game's still fun. So, I mean, that's the number one most important thing. Oh my god, we got 2 Quicksilvers in one stream. You guys are gaining up. You're ganging up on me now. I assure you, Batman will prevail. Good lord. Hey, what's going on, Quick? How you doing today? No, they don't reset progress. They actually said they're not planning to reset progress at all from early access to launch. I don't know how I keep losing these. I'm gonna have to watch. I mean, this is now a lane that I'm having concerns, so... Shoot, this isn't gonna be the end, is it? I'll get it. I might lose that strength drain R2 though. See if I can thin this pack a little before the wall dies. Oh no, and an ogre coming right now is so god-awful. I don't know if I'm going to be able to repair through it. I've got plenty of mana to do it, but... Nope. God dang it. I'm losing. Son of a bitch. See what happens when you don't pay attention, folks? Watch your damn flame bursts. Boo. Boo. That stinks. Well, I just wasn't watching, you know? I was so concerned about that corner of the map and completely ignoring this corner. The big fail. Definitely a nice build, though. I mean, that's my first time trying that build, and I made it to what? What wave was that? Was that wave 20-ish? And that's my first time trying that build, so... So, let's head on out to Tavern and take a peek at the loot. You had problems down by the fountain? That's fair. Let's see what we got. 16 power on it and 37 upgrades, so that right there is a nice item. I mean, it looks like it would be good on a tower boost monk as well. Or even, you know, it's got agility, attack, and vitality, just any DPS hero. So that right there is a nice item. If you find anything with a decent amount of upgrades that's over 800 power... I'm using Militia. I think I'm using Militia on my Squire. But yeah. That right there would be the best piece. Sadly, I don't think I'm using Ancient on anybody. Can't remember... The monk is not using Ancient, right? Oh, wrong monk. Oh, he is. Okay, so let's see. And that right there is an upgrade. Pretty decent one, really. I lose a couple of points of defense rate, but you see the one I'm wearing has 15 ups into the defense power, so with no upgrades, I'm only 6 upgrades away from being equal there, so that I will go ahead and use that bad boy right now. Not too shabby. That puts me right here, but now I've got an item that can be upgraded. And I can get, is that the right piece? No, here we go. We can get 37 or 30. Up it right now. It's expensive. Yeah, I'm not going to up it right now. I don't want to just dump the gold. I've been spending way too much. The pet on that map, quick, is the fairy. It's a healing pet. So if you want to play a tank, it will heal you up. Let's take a look at the accessories I got on that map, though. See if there's anything good. Fortify range and rate, but no power. I drained it all the way down to 0 last night. You know, yesterday I did that video about armor set bonuses. Right now it's all about this Mistamine Rock and the Propeller Cat Quicksilver. The rest of the pets are all novelty items. No pet is bad, but some pets are just novelties. It looks like I got a little framey there for a second. Not sure what happened. I'll have to, in between streams, I'll have to restart my connection. But yeah, anyway, I spent 40 million gold doing that video yesterday. Let me show you all what I got. Actually, we can run through it right now because there was doubt. I had people doubting me, saying I was wrong. The problem is Chromatic just posted or replied to a forum post and said that all set bonuses were 25%, and that's not correct. They're actually 40%. So let's run through it. Let's get rid of all of our points as well. So we've got all zeros, right? Well, now let's start off at the bottom of the barrel. Common. Oh no, I sold one of them by accident. Alright, I accidentally sold one. I can't check common. Sorry, y'all. We'll have to start at uncommon. Oh, and I've got an extra here. How weird. I sold one and I've got an extra of another. Alright, so anyway, if we look at these pieces, we're going to look at the boost stat. Oh, Mary said 40% an hour ago. Anyway, I'm looking at the boost stat here. So we got 13 boost. Plus 14, that's 27 boost. Plus 12, that's 39. Plus 13, which is what, 52? So what's 52 times 1.4, y'all? Somebody got a calculator handy? 52 times 1.4. Let's see. I ain't doing no math this early in the damn morning. Where's my calculator? I never use it. The app on my phone. 72.8. Alright, so 72.8 is the answer. Thanks, Robert. And if we look, we've got 73 boost. So it's rounding up. Thank you so much for subscribing there, Neil. So yeah, it is rounding up. So we're at 40%. We actually get a little over 40% because it's rounding up. So 40% set bonus. Well, let's get rid of all this stuff. And we'll take a look at rare. Now what are we doing here? Did I not upgrade any of this stuff? I can't remember what stat I used for my example. Vitality, no. Power, no power. Attack, maybe? Attack, and attack. Alright, so we got 3 attack, plus 4 attack, that 13, right? So if we equip all this, our attack is not right. Oh, I didn't equip a piece. Oh, it's only a 9. God dang it, why is it not equipping? Oh, I sold a piece. Oh, you know what happened? I bet I didn't sell a piece. I bet I'm getting that zoning bug where pieces are turning into other pieces. All of my examples are shite now, dang it. I saved all this stuff to show you guys. Looks like I've got a bunch of locked ancient pieces now. Or a bunch of pieces that are, what did I upgrade on it? Power. Alright, so we'll look at power on this one. We got 10 power. That makes 20. That makes 30. And that makes 40. So we got 40 power on these pieces, which is what? That one's easy because it's an even number. So that's 56 is a 40% bonus. And we look here, sure enough, 56. So yeah, anyway, it's 40% across the board. I'm assuming that might change. It might end up being like DD1, where it's based on its rarity. Let's get this guy back equipped again and get some points in. I like having 443 power with no points spent. That is good stuff. The meta would be use the Petrify combo, Shadowhunter. There's a bunch of videos on my channel about it. You can Google or YouTube 1 amp warrior, DD2 1 amp warrior, and it will bring up a low cost onslaught climb build for you. Alright, so let's dial in the points. Where are you at? I'm happy with that range. We need the defense rate higher. I can't remember what I had it at before. Let's just put it at 400 and we'll test. So this is how I test the stuff, right? I basically set it up where we're like 3 to 2, 5 to 4. No comment for that. No comment for what? The and the bot. Maybe it's 1 amp. I don't even know if there's a bot link for it. Let's see. Try this. I need to put a bot link for that in. I guess there's not one there yet. Anyway, so this is the what I do. Okay, so I look. We're at 11.08 DPS. Control click, Luke. Shift click is 5 points. Control click is 100. Anyway, right now we're at 11.08. Now, 11.08 is with 400 rate. So let me try it at, say, 450 rate. That's still 11.08. So we're still really, really close in the same ballpark. I think I'm just going to leave it. Now, you can take that one step further, though. Remember, the respecs right now are free, so use them. You know? All stats on that item, quick. So you get a 40% boost to all your stats on that. So let's mix it up a little bit. Instead of going 450, we'll go 425. Oops, god dang it, wrong button. Let's go 425 and dump everything else into power and see. That's a little bit better, actually. So you can find your sweet spot like that. Now, now it's saying 11.11 instead of 11.08. So that is slightly better than going into the higher range. Now, if you want to keep fine-tuning that, you can, but the amount of difference you get is going to be minimal. Like, you could try it at 430 rate and try it at 420 rate and see what you get the better results with. So let's try it at 430. Oops. And it's still at 11.1. So, I mean, like I said, the difference is so small. Everybody has to realize that we're not anywhere near the caps that we have to be concerned with. This is my rock on this guy. Pretty solid rock. My only problem with this rock, I mean, I'm happy with this rock. I wish that all those numbers over in the attack category were over in the defense category instead. I would love to have 138 power and 138 rate. That would be amazing. But, you know, I got what I've got, and that's what I've got. Anyway, y'all, I got time for one quick rock run. Oh, what the hell? That was weird. Super jump. That was crazy, huh? Speaking of rocks, I got time for one rock run before I end this stream, so I'm gonna hop in and get that done. Hopefully we get an update soon on this multiplayer. But I'm just gonna do a spammer build here. Chair exploit, is that what it was? It was the chair that sent me flying there. God dang it, I'm on the wrong heroes. I guess I need to put the builders in the deck. Diminishing returns happens almost instantly, Pavel. As you level your every category's points up, the only thing that's not going to have a very quick return is defense power. Defense power on a builder will always be the granddaddy of all stats, you know? It's really, really quick. It's even faster for range. But remember, the amount of stats that we're dealing with right now is a very, very low number. Range, you get half of the value in actual distance. This is all thanks to Insanity's hard work, by the way. You get half of the value, the range value, from 25 points that you would have with 100 points. Well, I mean, I personally am not a fan of one character gameplay. To me, that's excessively boring. But if that's what you like, then you should do it. Have at it. I think the Apprentice would probably be your best bet. Or the Squire, if you only wanted to go one character. I mean, you couldn't do Monk. Not right now, anyway. With higher stats, maybe. Well, that's the thing, is the points at level 100 even will be nothing compared to what we're getting off of our gear. You know? It's all about the gear. The points is what you'll use to fill in the gaps. It's just right now, since we're just getting started, the points is significant, you know? Down the road, the points will just be the filler in numbers to make a well-rounded build. Give me my mana. Maybe there'll be a good rock in here. I mean, you got to get one eventually. One that's really, really over the top badass. If you're stubborn as all hell and you keep on grinding it, you're just eventually going to get a good one. It's just how it is. I mean, statistically, you might never get a really good one, but you like having all of your points end in 7. That's fair. That's fair. It brings the luck, right? If everything ends in 7, it's all good luck. This is kind of just the spam build I've been doing for rock runs. Doing it casino style, that's fair. I mean, it is RNG for God's sakes, you know? You gotta do everything you can to attract the RNG. Firestorm and Nail. I think I missed you all like 10-15 minutes ago. Sorry about that. Thank you both so much for subscribing. God, I'm really bummed out. I screwed the pooch on Royal Gardens there. I want to get back in and try that out. I don't have time to do it on this stream, but I will definitely be trying it again this afternoon. JV Irk, thank you so much for subscribing as well. Nope, you'll want to get a Nightmare version and then a Massacre Mode version. I mean, right now, the Mistamine Rock Pet is the best builder pet. So until they introduce a pet that is a better builder pet than that, the only difference is you'll want to get a better version in Nightmare, and then a better version after that in Massacre. So, I mean, this map, there is going to be like literally a million different builds on this map by launch day. There is no doubt in my mind. Because everybody is going to be farming the living poo out of this map, and then that's just going to lead for more and more people wanting to experiment and have fun. I had to switch my key bindings, Luke. I was doing that all the time, too. I changed the key bindings around on them. Oh, there's no doubt it will be a good challenge. There's no doubt in my mind. And remember, too, we've got the hardcore toggle coming soon, where you'll be able to play hardcore mode. That's another modifier to the loot table. So, I mean, in theory, just even getting hardcore mode is going to give us better rocks on average than what we've got right now. The grind and obsessiveness right now is to try to get the biggest head start on that content. They don't have any dates yet. On their roadmap, it says it's coming next month, I thought. Didn't it say next month, y'all? On the roadmap? But even doing insane hardcore will be better loot than nightmare hardcore. Or, I mean, insane hardcore will be better loot than doing insane regular. You know what I mean. Don't confuse my early morning words. I like placing towers better with DD1's view, but I like upgrading and repairing better with DD2's view. No, hardcore, you die, you don't respawn until the end of the wave. So if you die, your build has to hold through the wave, because you can't respawn to go fix it. Well, that's what it is in DD1. So, I mean, I'm assuming that's what they'll do in DDA. Yep, every map has a pet. Exclamation... Or no, I didn't get a bot command in it for it yet. If you look on my channel, though, there is a video I just did a few days ago about all the pets. Tornado Highlands is going to be a challenge for me at all points throughout the game, Frog Killer. I can't stay still on that map, and it's got an opportunity to fall off the map like every other minute. There is crazy ops to fall off that map. There is no doubt I will spend many a wave saying, gotta hope the build holds, gotta hope the build holds as soon as we get Nightmare on that map, because I will fall off of it. It's just gonna happen. Or when we get Hardcore. Man, so many rock runs now. When, oh when, will the streamer luck kick in? When's it gonna happen, y'all? Getting... Well, because this map is such a grinder, Radioactive is why. You're grinding this map so much. Of course we want it to go quicker. Didn't get a chance to play last night? Yeah, a lot of things got balanced, Jordan. They've said before on dev streams that all Nightmare enemies will be in the game. So we're gonna have Goblin Copters, we'll have Spiders, we'll have Gens. What else will we have? We'll have Sharkin. They said that every Nightmare enemy will make it. Oof. Fail jumps. Fail jumps! Well, I mean, it should be easier to balance things that are already existent in DD1 because they have versions of that pet and its base functionality already dialed in on DD1. So something like the prop cat, I think, was probably, I mean, not necessarily an easy fix, but it was probably easier to identify the issue, you know? What's going on, Dan? How you doing? I think there was Radioactive. And I'm sure there will be. I mean, we hit Massacre mode. So Nightmare introduces new enemies. I would assume that Massacre mode is going to introduce at least one, right? You would think. I love the King's Game map. I thought that was a super fun map. That's probably the map you're talking about, Powerful. It was super fun, though. I enjoyed it anyway. People ended up grinding the crap out of that map, so a lot of players in the DD1 community, I think, don't care for that map. Because they spent so many hours on it. I remember I was streaming some DD1 play about a year ago, and somebody from the DD1 community was there, like one of the higher end players. I think it may have been Washboard. And I said, I really love this map. You know, I was doing King's Game, farming dice pets, and he just starts laughing in chat. He's like, dude, everybody hates this map. It's like, I enjoy it. But I hadn't spent 1,000 hours on that map either, and those guys had, you know. I just think the theme of it was cool, you know. It had a fun theme to it. Couple of little Easter eggs. Easter eggs are always good, right? That's what I personally like the most about it, for sure. Just a fun aesthetic and theme with the little jumpy puzzle. No, it's Q3 on the Xbox Hockey Player. So it will be July, August, or September is what they're currently saying. Q2 on PC and Switch. Q3 on Xbox and PlayStation 4. Really don't need to upgrade that. I don't know why I keep spamming into it. I'd be better off upgrading this stuff. No, DDA is not a free-to-play game. It is a regular retail game. No microtransactions. You buy the game, you own the game, you play the game, you unlock the stuff. So no need to pay more money down the road unless they have DLC content available, which I'm sure they will later on. Yeah, I mean, if you want to play it on various platforms, you have to buy it on each platform. The platforms aren't going to allow the cross saves and eventually the cross play. If you don't buy it on their platform, they got to get their money, or it's just not going to happen. You know. Xbox wants theirs, PlayStation wants theirs, Nintendo wants theirs, and Steam wants theirs. Everybody wants a cut. Yeah, cross saves at launch, cross-platform is the goal down the road. I'm really hoping they get cross-platform in. I think that would be just kick-ass. Would certainly be good stuff. Oh, there's no doubt there, Radioactive. No doubt at all. In my opinion, cross-platform on every single co-op game ever would only be an improvement to the game, you know? I mean, the gaming, if you look at gamers in total, you know, the numbers are split so wide. PC, PS4, Xbox. I mean, if you could bring that entire gaming community together in a co-op game like this, it would just make for a way better experience. Yeah. Well, I mean, originally it was Microsoft. Then Microsoft is willing to do it, and Sony says no. Those guys just can't play nice, you know? Microsoft and Sony will never be able to play nice unless they find a way that it's going to greatly benefit them. You know? What's going on there, Rise? Come on, rockaliciousness. Yeah, it's a back and forth thing, you know? I mean, I can understand as far as their exclusive stuff. You know, they want to have their exclusives so they can compete, and you know, there will always be God of War or Halo. You know. But in other games, I mean, you would think it would just be a better experience for Xbox players or for PlayStation players if they had more people to play with, you know? More is better. Absolutely, no doubt. The missus got her new Xbox last night. It came with Minecraft and Sea of Thieves, which we already have both of those. So I don't know what to do with those codes. I'll probably end up doing a giveaway. Everybody that's got them already has them. I think both of those are Game Pass games now, aren't they? I'm not even sure. And then you know, when you get a new console, it comes with like 30 days free of gold, you know. And we've got that Ultimate Game Pass thing, that big promo deal they did. We've got that going now, so the 30 days of free gold converted into 20 days or something like that of the Game Pass. Well, I'm sure in higher difficulty stuff will be able to one-shot your core. But one thing I do think they need to change is the way Dark Elf Warriors are targeting cores. You know, even they've... It should be like DD1. I mean, I know it's a different game. I hate to keep making the comparison. But if you want to give us that DD1 feel, then give us that DD1 feel on Dark Elf Warriors too. You know? I think it'll get DLCs that will include new heroes, new maps. They'll probably, I would guess each DLC would maybe have some kind of a costume included. They said that they're not going to do the small DLCs like DD1 had. They said all the DLC for DDA will be significant. So I'm assuming it will have a little bit of everything. You know, a new hero, a new area, new maps, maybe even a new game mode at some point. You know, yeah, maybe an extended campaign. I mean, we're going to have to see where the story ends, right? We know this from the original campaign. Now, the summit is the end, right? Well, how are they going to end the summit there if they go with the reworked story about the heroes going back in time? You know, the new super baddie is going to be at the summit? You know, how's it going to work? You know, I mean, those are the things we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I personally love the franchise, so I mean, there's no doubt in my mind I'll buy all the DLCs. Now, I'm sure there's going to be DLC that I like more than others, as with every other game, you know. But I'll definitely get all the content personally. I mean, we're talking years down the road now. The first DLC is free, so everybody's going to get that. So, I mean, just consider the first DLC part of the game. You know, it's going to be there. Yeah, you're probably right, Jordan. We'll get some sort of closure to the story in DLC, probably. Just want y'all EV. That's very fair. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want an EV, for God's sakes? Reflect walls would be such a game changer right now. There's no doubt. I'm hoping so too, Radioactive. I know Chromatic are big fans of things like the Barbarian, the Gun Witch. They like active heroes to really kind of help promote, I think, the active side of the game. But for me personally, I am all about the tower defense. So I'm hoping that there's many, many more builders to come. Many, many more. Find a way to add the Jester without King's Game. Well, I don't think the Jester is going to be the Jester from DD1. I don't think it's going to... I don't think the wheel will either be drastically changed or it won't be there, I bet, if the Jester makes it. I think the Dryad is a fan favorite from DD2 for sure. I mean, that, once again, that comes from a crossover from Terraria, though. So don't know how that all works out. Would that be a licensing deal between... would there be another Terraria Dungeon Defenders crossover? Rodriguez Vlogs, thank you so much for following. Or subscribing, pardon me. JV, did I miss you? If I missed you, thank you as well. Appreciate it, y'all. A lot of new folks coming to the channel. Welcome. One thing you can rest assured that I will bust my ass to keep you guys up to date on anything Dungeon Defenders related, whether it be DD1, DD2, or DDA. If there's some news to be had in one of those departments, I will do my best to keep everybody updated, no doubt. Yannick, thanks for the sub. You appreciate you. Bees would look really good. Hell yeah, they would. What about harpies? Harpies would look pretty cool too. This is a builder here, Seraphin. I was using a DPS hero, but I got really lazy on leveling, and I haven't leveled DPS heroes properly. So right now, I'm using all builders. Oof. I want a boost monk, but, you know, you gotta level it before you can get it. I'm probably not going to do a video on the patch from yesterday. It was the Nerf bat. Everybody knows it was the Nerf bat. Anyone who was taking advantage of the overpowered items knows exactly what happened. You know. Well, awesome there, Rodriguez. I appreciate it. I'm glad they helped you out. I mean, I could do a video on the patch, but I don't want to just spam stuff out either. You know, I want to make sure that everything I put together for y'all is some form of quality content. I don't want to make a video just to make a video, you know. What's going on there, Johan? How you doing? I choked in Royal Gardens. I'm going to try it again later on this afternoon. But yeah, I brought the fail in Royal Gardens. So I had a little time left before the stream was up, so I figured I'd do a quick rock run. A little bummed about my Royal Gardens. I'm gonna have to put a big old fail stamp on that thumbnail I used for the live stream. Fail. Chunk. I'll get that added into that thumbnail here as soon as the VOD's done processing. No do-overs once it's live, y'all. No do-overs once it's live. As soon as they fix multiplayer, right now there's major rollback issues, Reckless. So until they fix that, I'm pretty much staying solo. I mean, I'm losing out. Besides having the benefit of play with viewers, I'm losing out on loot by not playing in their group. the best loot drops in a 4-player group. I'll be on Twitch later on, Panic. I wanted to start the day off on YouTube. The majority of the audience is on, for me, is on YouTube. I'm still building my Twitch channel, so I don't want to leave my YouTube fans out, leave them hanging out to dry, you know. Lazen, what up? Well, I mean, you're one of probably the 1% then, Reckless. I mean, if you're hosting every map, you're never going to have the rollbacks. But I have problems with streaming and hosting. Well, luckily there's a lot better rocks than that out there anyway, Reckless. It sucks losing a good rock. But there's better than that anyway. They were going to keep grinding rocks no matter what. But I mean, like I said, just the basics of the game. 4-player group means higher difficulty enemies, which means better chance at quality loot. So why would you pass on that? You know? It makes sense to play in a 4-player group all the time. I started off with Orcs Must Die. Yannick, I was a big Orcs Must Die fan. And one of the people I played with when in Orcs Must Die got me to play Dungeon Defenders 1. And then it took 2 times, actually. I started playing it and I didn't like the way it looked. Coming from Orcs Must Die is a pretty game, you know. And I went from Orcs Must Die to Dungeon Defenders 1, and I didn't like the way the game looked. So I didn't, I stopped playing it. And the same friend is like, dude, you gotta really give this game a chance, you know. Put 100 hours into it and see what you think. And I decided to go ahead and do that. I put like 50 or 100 hours into the game and ended up falling in love with it. So I didn't start DD1 right at launch. DD2, of course, I was in long before launch. But DD1, I was a late to the party sort of guy. I was very late to the party. Not too terribly late, just a few months, but still. Late is late. None of your friends like the franchise? That's unfortunate. Time to make some new friends, Reckless. There's plenty of friends to be had in the Dungeon Defenders franchise. That is for sure. Wave 12. Couple more waves till the rockaliciousness pops. The rockaliciousness. Should have everything except walls. I'll go ahead and jack the wall up too. Just for giggles for the last couple waves. You can get the rock farm done pretty quick, but as elusive as high quality ones are, it sure would be nice if there was a start at wave feature like DD1, you know? I hear you, Reckless, I hear you. Oh, I will definitely be playing Orcs Must Die 3. Marcy, there is zero doubts. I'm actually going to play it on, I'm going to try it out on Stadia when it comes out. By then, you won't have to buy anything. I mean, you'll have to buy the game. But Stadia will be just an app that you run on your machine, and it won't be, you have to buy this exclusive hardware. Going on there, Mayretha? How you doing? Orcs Must Die 3 was fully financed by Google. So it's going to be a Stadia exclusive for a while, I bet. Oh yeah, Orcs Must Die 3 is scheduled to launch on Stadia this year. Like this summer. Or maybe even this spring. Almost into Civilization. Well, nice. Well, good to see you. Hopefully your travels are going well. Some of the little teasers that they've put out for it look absolutely amazing, though. So, I'm stoked. I like some orc slaying, you know? I've always been a fan of the Orcs Must Die... Well, Orcs Must Die 1 and 2, anyway. I was a fan of Orcs Must Die 1 and 2's high-scoring system and learning to do all the combo setups and all that good stuff. Super fun stuff, you know? Oh, wow, Houston next week, huh? Where are you at now, May? What state are you in? Traveling all over the place. Just give me my rock. I personally have zero optimism about Stadia. The only reason I would even consider playing a game on Stadia is because it's just one of my favorite franchises. I am not a fan of what I've seen so far. Oh, you don't like Orcs 1 and 2? I love it, man. Orcs Must Die Unchained was super fun until you got to end game, and then it was like, oh, really? Is that, huh? It didn't feel like it offered the replay value that 1 and 2 did. Now, 1 and 2 didn't have much replay value either if you weren't into the high scoring scene. But I was really into the high scoring. There was actually a time, not all at the same time, but at some point in Orcs Must Die 2, I had the #1 high score on every single endless map. Like I said, not at the same time, but each one individually. Alright, here we go. Wave 14. It's time for some rock. I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was super fun, you know? Because it was based off of a thought process in the comboing system. Oh, I hear you there, D-Liner. I used my mouse. I set up a mouse macro for that. I never clicked. I was a sprayer. Well, I mean, for the combos, I never used a weapon. I used vamp gauntlets in Orcs Must Die 2. In 1, of course, you didn't have very many choices. But I used the vampire gauntlets for the combo in 2. In that, you could just hold down. Well, switch between left and right click to get your mana returned. I'll be on YouTube later, Jordan. In fact, after this map, I'm going to take a little lunch break, and then I'll be headed over to Twitch for the remainder of the day. That was when Orcs Must Die 2 added mod support. That was the first thing I did. If you look on the Steam Workshop, I had mods for just about every weapon to make them not only fully automatic, but in some cases, ridiculously OP. The shotgun, man. There's a full auto blunderbuss mod I did. And that thing was disgusting overpowered. It was clearly for use on extremely hard modded maps. Like for any of the default game maps, it was way too overpowered. having a fully automatic shotgun. Bloom, 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 bloom. Just wrecking them. But the stone staff, too. I mean, that one was a big quality of life feature. So that was the first one I did, is made that one automatic. Yeah, I won't be able to stream. Well, I'm hoping we're moved by the time OMD3 comes out, but the way it's been looking, we probably won't be. So once we move, I'll have a better connection. But where we live right now, the best connection in my area is just complete crap, you know? I need either 5G to happen, a little bit wider range. I'm just like a couple of miles outside of the 5G coverage area here where I live. But 5G would give me a better upload speed. Or those low altitude satellites that are supposed to be very low latency. Exclamation Twitch in chat. I'll give you a link, Jacob. I'll be live over there here shortly. What time is it now? I'll be live over there. I'll go ahead and call it right now at 4 p.m. Pacific time, which is 45 minutes from right now. So that'll give me time to finish up this map and finish up this stream and then eat a little lunch. And then I will be live on the Twitches. Actually, I gotta run to the store too. Yeah, I'm still gonna say 4. I think I'll have time to go to the store real quick. All I want is a fancy rock. Bring me the luck, y'all. Give me some good rock vibes. Not the store in quotes this time, Blazin. The actual store. I went, you know, as much time I've been streaming, I've been going through sandwiches like crazy. So I need to get some more sandwich making stuff. Alright, let's see it. Oh, man, another bum rock. The story of my life, y'all. Bum rocks. No love at all. I'll have to check my accessories, though. See if I got any good accessories. Since I didn't look the whole map. There could have been something nice laying over there. Doesn't look like it, though. Fortified power rate. I'm just going to sell that right now. Only one legendary on that run. That's a crappy one anyway. Yep, that's this rock. Just to give you guys an idea, I have sold off, I'm guessing probably 25 rocks or so. And I need to go through and clean these out, but these are the rock runs I've done in the last couple of days. Just to give you an idea. I'm sure I've trashed at least that many. Maybe double that many. Just a rough grind. But once you get one, you're set. Once you get 2, you're even more set. Once you get 3, you're a god. So that's why it's so rare. They couldn't make it so that every rock was just silly amazing, or there'd be no replay value. The good stuff has got to be rare. It's got to be elusive, you know? Somebody told me that you could put a tower. Ooh. Oh, I missed. Somebody told me you could put a tower on the stool and then kick it. Maybe you have to do the overhead view. Ooh, is it on there? Let's see. Ugh. No, it's not letting me kick it. It's vibrating its way out, it looks like. Yeah, the rock's still the best builder pet, please. Like, I'm using this one right now. Pretty solid. No defense health on it, but for the apprentice, I don't really need the health, you know? Anyway, everybody, that is going to get it for me for today. As I mentioned, I will be live on Twitch here in about 45 minutes. And I'll be on Twitch all day long. Ask away there, Joy, because I'm about to hop off. Never ask to ask, y'all. Just ask. The settings of the game. For me, they've just been resetting when I update the game. I haven't gotten any resets just from restarting. Now, I've had the game crash and load back up, and I've had to reset my settings. But as far as normal operating conditions, it's been just... Well, no, that's not your stuff. That's your actual profile rollbacks. That's one of the problems the game is facing currently. Anyway, y'all, I'll be live on Twitch in about 45 minutes. Thank you all an absolute ton for swinging by. I do appreciate you. And anyone who's not in it already, feel free to join the Discord server. And I will see you all here in a bit. Have a great day, everybody. Take it easy.